Alright guys, so there hasn't been any videos the past day or two. I've been just glued to the TV watching happening what's with Texas and watching what's happening with the election, and it's just there's so much to take in. And it's sort of making videos a little harder to make because everything is just so fluid. I'll go to make a video, then something will change, and yeah. But let's talk about this because oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We have a Michigan House representative issuing a threat, in my opinion, to Trump supporters. And there's been some fallout there, really, really has. Okay, so before we get into it, let's actually play the video and let's show you exactly what was said. Because this is the full video. It goes for 33 seconds. Oh, this is the issue part of it anyway. This is the part of it. Look, maybe I'm missing some context, but I really don't think I am considering the fallout. But let's jump into it.
So this is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay. So this is just a warning
to me, that's a threat. I don't know how you all feel about it, but that's a threat. That is a direct threat to an opposition party. This is stuff that you see in China. This is stuff that, that Putin supposedly does. Goes through and harasses and issues threats and silences critics. Now, what she's talking about there, probably people kicking up a stink about the Michigan lawyers and the Michigan Electoral College stuff, the election stuff. And we got another video talking about that too. That's what I think she's talking about, is that. And to her soldiers, make them pay? Milo Yiannopoulos, probably mispronouncing his last name, he was banned from Twitter for saying far less than this. Now, as of this video, she still has a YouTube account. Twitter account. She still actually has her YouTube account. Twitter account. I keep saying YouTube. She still has her Twitter account. And this is I've just literally tweeted out to YouTube, and I will bring on the screen exactly what I said. Tweets and replies. And here it is, here. Now this is what I wrote. I wrote, at Twitter, doing a video response to threats posted by Representative Cynthia Johnson in regards to Trump supporters and threats to them, and calling on soldiers to make them pay. Is this acceptable, and will her account be banned like Milo was for far less? At Twitter support. And I also posted a link to the video. Now, like I say, you go to a Twitter account, it's still there. She's still responsive. Her account has not been banned. So at the end of the day, that's my question to Twitter, and it's funny because Twitter has been very, very silent on the matter. But regardless. But we do have some fallout, and it's not just us that is taking it a warning or a threat. So the Michigan House Representative Leader have taken away the committee assignments for the Democrat Representative Cynthia Johnson after the Detroit lawyer issued a warning to you Trumpers in Tuesday night Facebook post. Johnson had been a top Democrat of the House Oversight Committee, the panel that heard testimony 2nd of December from President Donald Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. She pushed back on Giuliani's unproven claims of, and said that his witnesses were lying afterwards she received death threats from Trump supporters. Now, I will say, if you're issuing death threats to this woman, stop it, you moron. Not only is it not how we want to go about doing things, but you're also giving her ammunition to get you banned, to get you investigated by the police, and also to use as cannon fodder. You don't think this girl, this woman, this piece of you-know-what, has a phone number for the direct official or the direct police department for Michigan? You don't think the top police commissioner in Michigan is BFFs with this girl? You don't think the Michigan Police Department responds to issues of threats against her more seriously than they're going to respond to threats against you? Of course they are. Stop giving her ammunition. Now look, at the end of the day, this could just be them putting spin on it, right? I haven't seen any threats, but presuming that they're credible, it's a big presume, but presuming that they're credible, at the end of the day, stop issuing threats, you morons. In a 3-minute video posted to her Facebook account, the Detroit Democrat responded to the lawmaker's threats and told her supporters to do things right and in order, but advised Trump backers to be careful and walk lightly. Then she said, "We ain't playing with you." She also told her supporters to hit their something in the pot pocket. She wrote, they wrote, "Enough of the shenanigans," Johnson said. Enough is enough. They seem to be missing a bit out of that statement, but regardless. And for those of soldiers, you know how to do it right, be in order. Make them pay. Now, on Wednesday afternoon, House Speaker Lee Chatfield, who's a Republican living, and Representative Jason Watering, who's a Republican for Fairfax, who becomes the Speaker next year, issued a statement calling Johnson's comments unbecoming of an elected official. Representative Johnson has been removed from her committee assignments, and we are looking into the further disciplinary actions as the proper authorities conduct their own investigation, Chatsfield and Wentworth added. In addition to being vice chairwoman of the House Oversight Committee, she was a member of the Agriculture Committee and Families, Children and Seniors Committee. This is a lovely piece of woman that you want looking after your children and seniors, isn't it? Yeah. Johnson's remarks were gaining attention and criticism in the conservative circles of social media early Wednesday morning. She couldn't be reached by the Detroit News, but she had posted another video later Wednesday morning, appearing to clarify that it was time for soldiers of Christ against racism and misogyny to rise. Yeah, right, sure. That's exactly what you meant. To be honest, what I think she meant go after Trump supporters' base. Go after their hip pockets. Go after them having jobs. Go after them making money. Make them pay, as in take away their money. Take away their livelihood. Make them go away because of just social pressure. That is still a threat. That is still harassment. That is still calling for violence. Regardless of how you want to spin it. The Detroit lawyer, I can't believe she's a lawyer, said this, received potential threats after participating in the 2nd of June Michigan House Oversight Committee. I've already spoke about that. Featuring Giuliani, who brought the poll challenges. And right, now on the poll challenges side of things, Giuliani brought people who had testified on what they saw regarding the election. They had signed affidavits. They were under if they lie, they're guilty of, I believe, of perjury. Not perjury in the court, but perjury of a statement. And her response is they're lying. That was it. Giuliani's brought witnesses and statements of sworn testimony. She claims they're lying. You're lying. That was it. That was the only proof that she provided. They're lying. That was it. That's her proof. But regardless. Since then, she posted a voicemail message to her Facebook that she's received. The voicemails were from women from Wheeling, Illinois, based on the numbers associated with the call, which Justin posted, and 2 men. So she's received 3 threats. Is that it? 3 threats. Look, at the end of the day, 3's 3 too many. But yeah. The woman criticised how Johnson questioned a witness and told Johnson she was going to share the lawyer's phone numbers with a million people. That's a bad thing to say. Don't do it. A message from one of the men threatened the state representative, including using vile language to describe the woman, and threatened Johnson, who is black, with being lynched, and telling her, "Your time is coming for the expletive gallows. You'll be hanging." Guys, don't say this shit. You know better than her. In her video Tuesday, Johnson said that an Illinois woman had been identified by authorities. The FBI and state police found her, Johnson said. It's so funny that it's okay for her to issue threats, but anybody issues threats against her, and by golly gosh, she'll get law enforcement involved. It's also funny how these Democrats want to defund the police, but they're also the first ones to call the police. But you know. At the end of the day, look, guys, if you don't threaten anybody, okay? Threatening people is wrong. Threatening people is incredibly stupid. Okay? You're not doing anything for the side. You're not doing anything to boost your claims. You're just making the Conservatives look bad in this case, so don't do it. Presuming that they were Conservatives and not just some plants trying to drum up some drama. But at the end of the day, yeah. It's a bad look. Don't do it. And as for her, you should know better. You're supposedly a lawyer. You're issuing threats. You're issuing threats of violence. But regardless, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. 2 more videos coming up today. We're going to talk about YouTube, bringing in new laws. And we're going to talk about this court case down in Texas, which is very, very interesting. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video has been helpful. Please smack that like button if you're new to the channel. Welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Later today, streaming Cyberpunk and DayZ after the videos have all gone up. Yeah, tune in. Have a great night and enjoy.